I'm building a new city, just for a change. Now, this one is a completely different city to the long list of American cities that I've been hammering away at for months now. So I've kind of been in this loop of creating a map and then building an American city on it, and then getting about quarter or towards halfway through, and then building another map, and then building another half city. And I did about three or four of those, and I thought, heck, I better do something else. So I've started building this new city, and I'm not really sure what it's based on. It's just a dense city that I want it to look like an old city that, with a lot of old suburbs that is in the process of modernization, like an old Chinese city, I guess, and then what happens is eventually old houses disappear and apartments start to go in. So I'm trying to create this transition, city, if you like. So it's almost a bit of it. It's kind of Japanesey, maybe. Some people have said in the Facebook group have said it looks European. Somebody else said it looks Asian. I think it's kind of a mixture. But since the suburbs take up, I would say, maybe 80% of the surface area of the city, it's important to get the suburban areas right. In my view, the suburban areas dictate the character of the city. So what I've done here, one of the main assets that makes up a lot of the bulk of the suburbs are these simple rows, which you can find in the workshop. They're fantastic. So it's these sort of pink and browny, reddy coloured buildings. There's about 7 in the collection, and I use the Move It mod to sometimes adjust them on angles and things, and then I just throw in a bunch of other stuff too that I think fits. Some Bronx colonial houses here, and some other sort of condos and things. Anything that fits really. Mix it up, give it a clustered sort of appearance. So that's one suburb that I've made. There's a rail line coming through here to the station down there. I've got these apartments which are they're modelled on Seoul apartments, and they're great assets. They're so well made and very detailed, and they don't pixelate when you zoom out too much. Then I'm using a lot of Soviet style as well, here and there, and basically also condos from King Leno. There's quite a lot of his stuff in this city. So these condos, which are shaped to the roads like that. Other King Leno condos. So there's a real big mix of stuff going on here. All hand plopped, as usual. CBD is starting to grow. It's kind of a mixture of everything. It's a bit of commercial, a bit of residential and office. And then the great big interchange. The great big interchange here, made by Buddy Arisandi, Orange Crush. That's in the workshop. The map I'm using is my latest map called Big Maria Mountains, which was kind of a little bit of a rush job, but I'm happy with it. So I'm using Owl's Los Angeles theme on this map. So you can find Big Maria Mountains in the workshop, and the highways come on the map already. So this is what we've got so far. It's a big mixture of low-rise, dense clustered suburbs and scatterings of apartments. And I'm just going to really continue this theme across probably most of the city. Maybe the fringes are going to be, you know, hold less apartments. So anyway, this is the last area that I've been working on this morning. So I'll place a few houses since I'm just spending all my time talking as usual. I go into the Find It tab, and here are my simple rows, or the simple rows, and you just add them in like that, plop them in, and then I mix up a few other things like this little 1x2. You know, put another one there, put another one there. Yeah. Then we've got some nice sandy buildings that kind of like meant for probably a Middle Eastern city or something, or desert city, but they fit. I reckon they look good, so put those in like that. Actually, let's put a double one there. That's better. What else we got? I'll put a Bronx colonial house in there just because we can. What else? Oh, these are pretty good. Low-rise residential. So we'll pop one of those in there. And pop one in there. And pop one in there. See, just throw them in. And hopefully it looks about right. There we go. So that's all right. Add some trees. There used to be a great tree brush. It was called Dense 10x10, and it would just put a whole bunch of trees in between buildings, and it wouldn't knock the buildings down. And for some reason, it stopped working. There were two types. One was dense, and one was, well, less dense, let's say. And you could just, you know, instead of me plopping trees like this, you could just click once in the middle of these buildings and it would plop about 10 trees in all the little gaps. It was brilliant. So whoever made that, please make it again or fix it. It might actually be fixed, I don't know, I haven't used it for ages. But anyway, I just go plop crazy. Just keep going. Right. And there we have it. Suburb. I don't know what it looks like, but it has its own distinct character, and I've not used these types of houses in this way before. So this is quite a unique, relatively unique project for me. I have made Japanese cities in the past, but that was like a year ago or more, probably maybe even 2 years ago now, I think. So I've learned a lot since then. A lot more assets have come into the workshop since then. So now's the time. Right, I'm going to leave it at that. Otherwise the video will be too long. Hope you guys like it. See you later.